What exactly is a sin? Is it something written in law, or is it a feeling that lingers in the heart? The answer, as it turns out, depends a lot on where you are in the world. In Japan, the answer is a lot more complicated than you might think. The lines between right and wrong, sacred and profane, are often blurred in ways that can surprise even the most open-minded visitor. Here, what some folks might call sinful is just part of everyday life. It's not hidden away. Instead, it exists, openly, right next to old temples and peaceful gardens. The ancient and the modern, the spiritual and the playful, all share the same space. Japan often shows a face of perfect order and politeness, but just below that surface there's a whole world of letting loose in human desires. It's a society that values harmony, yet quietly makes room for release. Here, contradictions aren't about things fighting each other, they're about finding balance. Like yin and yang, opposites are woven together, creating a unique kind of harmony. During the day, Tokyo is a picture of efficiency, clean, organized, and respectful. People move with purpose, and everything seems to run like clockwork. But when night comes, neon lights flash on, pachinko places buzz, and the city completely changes. The energy shifts, and a different side of life emerges. Serious business people turn into lively partygoers in smoky izakayas. The laughter and clinking of glasses echo through the night, as if the city itself is exhaling. This isn't chaos, it's a planned way to let off steam, a big sigh of relief after a day of holding back. It's a ritual, as much a part of life as the morning commute. Seeing this contrast made me think about my own ideas of what's right and wrong. How much of what we believe is shaped by where we come from? This trip isn't about judging anyone, but about understanding how a society makes room for things that aren't perfect. It's about seeing how people accept the full range of human experience. These aren't dark alleys where bad things happen. Instead, they're well-lit, accepted paths for people to just let go. The city welcomes both restraint and release. The businessman at the slot machine, the couple in a love hotel, the group singing karaoke, they're not seen as doing anything wrong. They're just taking part in another side of Japanese life. These moments are woven into the fabric of society, not pushed to the shadows. The holy and the everyday often share the same street corner. It's a reminder that life here is about coexistence, not separation. To really understand Japan, you have to look past the usual ideas. You have to be willing to see the beauty in contradiction. The picture of quiet workers and calm monks is only half the story. There's a vibrant, pulsing energy just beneath the surface. The other half is lively, loud, and very human. It's a celebration of life in all its forms. You find it in quick pleasures, an idea that has shaped how Japanese people think for hundreds of years. These small joys are not just tolerated, they're embraced. We're going to explore nightlife, gambling halls, and private getaways. We'll see how these places fit into the bigger picture. We'll see how a society that values peace and quiet also makes space for its opposite. It's a delicate balance, and it's everywhere you look. This is the complex dance of Japan, a country full of endless surprises. Every day, the city transforms, and so do the people within it. Here, having things that seem to go against each other isn't a problem, it's just how things are. Contradiction is not a flaw, it's a feature. Welcome to the land of silent contradictions, where every paradox tells a story, and every street corner holds a new discovery. The Japanese workday is long and tough. For many, the pressure to perform and conform to strict expectations can feel overwhelming, with hours stretching late into the night. But when the office lights dim and the city transitions into evening, a new tradition begins. One that's just as much a part of work as the office itself. Izakayas, karaoke rooms, and hostess bars become like extra parts of the workplace, where the day's stress can finally be released. Socializing after work, or nomikai, isn't just a party. It's a way to let out the stress from strict rules and having to fit in. These gatherings are almost expected, and skipping them can even be seen as rude. In these places, the clear lines between boss and employee get a bit blurry. Hierarchies soften, and everyone can relax together, at least for a while. Real feelings, called han, can be shared, people can drop their masks, and friendships are built. Bonds formed here often last a lifetime, strengthening teams back at work. Karaoke rooms let even the quietest manager become a rock star, breaking down walls through song. Laughter and music help everyone forget their roles, if only for a night. Hostess bars offer not just flirting, but a dream of being appreciated and escaping daily worries. Here, conversation and attention provide a rare sense of ease. These nighttime activities are deeply connected to the business world. Deals that are made, trust is built, and alliances are formed over shared drinks. They're not seen as wrong, but as necessary ways to deal with stress. For many, this is the only time to truly unwind. The man asleep on the subway isn't a sign that things are falling apart. He's a warrior resting after doing his social duties. Tomorrow, he'll rise and do it all again. The neon glow tells us the city is breathing, letting go, and getting ready for another day of order. Nighttime is when Tokyo's true spirit comes alive. In Japan, letting loose is just as important as holding back. It's this balance that keeps the city, and its people, moving forward. Walk down any Japanese street, and you'll notice a unique energy pulsing through the city. Among the neon lights and bustling crowds, you'll hear the unmistakable rumble of pachinko parlors, their doors open to welcome a steady stream of players. Pachinko, a game that's part pinball, part slot machine, is more than just a pastime. It's a national obsession and a business worth billions of dollars each year. Even though most forms of gambling are strictly against the law in Japan, pachinko thrives thanks to a clever legal loophole. Players win balls, trade them for prizes, and then swap those prizes for cash at a separate window just outside the parlor. It's a game of chance that pretends not to be, and society quietly accepts this contradiction, turning a blind eye as long as order is maintained. Millions play every day. Housewives, students, retired folks, and even businessmen on their lunch breaks, all drawn in by the hypnotic clatter of the machines. For many, pachinko isn't so much about winning money as it is about escaping daily pressures, a little bubble where time seems to stop and worries fade away. Some find it calming, a way to unwind after a long day, while others find themselves caught in its addictive grip, unable to walk away. This widespread acceptance reveals Japan's practical approach to rules. Strict laws on the surface, but accepted ways around them, as long as everything remains orderly and under control. The system allows people to enjoy the thrill and excitement of gambling without ever officially breaking the law, creating a unique social contract. Pachinko is a Japanese sin that isn't a sin at all. It's controlled, kept within limits, and woven into the fabric of daily life. It's a perfect example of how Japan manages human desires within carefully drawn boundaries, balancing tradition and modernity. Here, even so-called bad habits are kept in line, orderly, regulated, and uniquely Japanese. In Japan's busy areas, love hotels stand out with their fun, quirky buildings. To people from other countries they might seem a bit shady, but their main purpose is very practical. They offer privacy in a crowded society. In small homes with thin walls, private space is rare. Love hotels offer a secret escape for couples. The process is anonymous and efficient, with automatic check-ins and fancy rooms. These hotels aren't hidden in shame. They're openly advertised and widely used. It's less about doing something wrong and more about meeting a social need. Love hotels are a creative solution to the challenge of being intimate in a dense city. What happens behind closed doors is private, as long as public peace is kept. In Japan, even intimacy has its own special place. To understand modern Japan, let's look back to the Edo period and the floating world. Back then, entertainment districts were all about quick pleasures, kabuki theater, geishas, art, and romance. The idea was to enjoy the moment, free from daily worries. Today's nightlife and paid companionship are like echoes of these old traditions. Shinto and Buddhism helped create a culture that was more accepting of human desires, as long as order was kept. The pleasures of the body weren't seen as wrong, just natural. The modern businessman looking for an escape is following the path of Edo merchants, entering a modern floating world. This separation between duty and pleasure is a very important part of Japanese life. Sins aren't really sins. They're kept in their own separate boxes, passed down from a time of shoguns and samurai. In Japan, is the public face, polite, peaceful, and controlled? Is the private heart, true feelings shown only in trusted places? Sinful activities are places for after-work drinks, love hotels, pachinko parlors. These outlets aren't signs of things breaking down. but manage ways to let off steam. Society provides containers for the private self, with clear rules: express here, go back to outside. To outsiders, this two-sided nature might seem dishonest, but in Japan, it's a sign of social smarts. The system allows for public order and private complexity. Japan's sins aren't rebellion, they're the hidden gears that keep the polished outside running smoothly. In other countries, Japan is seen as calm, disciplined, and perfect. A global, visitors expect quiet order, and they find it, until night falls. The noisy, chaotic reality of nightlife surprises many, who might judge it as sinful, but these aren't moral failures, they're contained releases, rooted in history. In Japan, the real sin is causing trouble for others. As long as indulgence is kept in check, it's not a problem. The man in the pachinko parlor, the couple in the love hotel, the drinkers in the izakaya, they're not messing up the harmony. Japan's reputation isn't false, just not the whole picture. The country is both a quiet temple and a lively carnival. Both are truly Japanese. Japanese society is like a pressure cooker. It demands people follow rules, work hard, and control themselves. The need to let off steam is built right into the system. Sinful spaces are like social tools for managing things that aren't perfect. Think of the city as a house. The formal living room is for guests. The messy closet is for private life. Izakayas, pachinko parlors, and love hotels are those storage closets, places for contained messiness. This balance between order and letting loose is uniquely Japanese. Instead of judging things as right or wrong, Japan channels desires into specific times and places. Freedom here is agreed upon, not absolute. The system allows strict rules and personal freedom to exist together. Japan's sins aren't a sign of decay, but a testament to a culture that balances group needs with individual desires. To truly know Japan, you have to look beneath the polished surface. The so-called sins of daily life show the nation's true spirit, dynamic, full of opposites, and deeply human. What one culture calls sin, another calls a necessary release. The real beauty of Japan is in its invisible web of rules and exceptions. It's in accepting imperfection and the systems built to manage it. Japan's daily sins are keys to its strength and its unique way of life. Harmony isn't achieved by getting rid of disagreement, but by giving it a place. In the dance between light and shadow, you find the endlessly fascinating soul of Japan.